What's up, guys? I'm with Coach Stephen today at Iron Faith Wrestling. Coach Stephen is owner and one of the high-level coaches of Iron Faith Wrestling, the fastest growing wrestling program in the nation, I believe, honestly. Like, if you look at their YouTube, you look at their Instagram, it's absolutely blowing up. They got 2 locations right now, one in Bristol and the other one's in Warwick.
Yep.
And Warwick, absolutely crushing the game. And if you come here and you check it out, you'll see why. In either case, Coach Stephen had a technique that went very viral on Instagram very recently. It caught my eye. I said to him, hey Stephen, let's do a YouTube video. Let's show the crowd the finer minutia of this technique. So Coach Stephen, I'll let you take it away.
All right, so we're gonna be working a mat return here. And my goal here is to get my partner to pressure back. So most of my mat returns might be trapping this leg, lifting. I'll show one here. Most of my mat returns here, you're lifting and controlling. Some guys do a very good job at blocking the leg. So I'm trying to step around, he's blocking here, maybe he's hooking my legs. I can't step around for a lift. So I'm gonna change directions and I'm gonna take him directly back. From here, I first adjust my lock off to the right side. I'm gonna then do like a scissor step. So my right leg steps back, my left leg shoots across his body. And I'm basically pulling him across my lap. So I'm taking him over my knee till he lands on his hip here. So I'm trying to get my first mat return. It's not really there. He's blocking, step, pull to the knee. And one of the biggest comments I got from this video was my knee positioning. People being worried about busting my leg.
I was about to ask you that.
And so, yeah,
I get that question a lot too.
So people started saying, oh, turn your knee down. If you turn your knee away here and he lands on your leg's gonna go out. So I do not want my knee pointed away from him. My knee's straight up in the air. My knee's straight up in the air, and all the weight is really up towards my hip. So when he falls, the weight's on my hip. And it's really not much weight because he's not sitting, he's not really gonna just like sit. He's not sitting here. His weight's actually in front of my leg. So he kind of tips over. I'm not holding much of the weight on my leg at all.
Guys, it's weird. You should feel this. So, Stephen, you're doing something very peculiar with that arm. It's almost like you're straightening it through, and that it's becoming like a bar that's like scissoring my hips up and over your head.
Yeah. So once I switch here, my left hand goes like thumb down to push his hips over top my leg. Push his hips over
That's
my leg.
very interesting.
It's not a twisting motion. I'm not pulling him in a twist. It's more straight back. From here, straight back.
Very interesting.
And I always want to finish with my hips on top. Where some people run into an issue is trying to pull the guy on top. So they'll go here and they'll pull in, like on top of me. But you know, in that case, guys can step out or just like sit on my chest, sit on my chest and attack my leg. So that's where guys will go. Now I'm gonna world a mess here. I'm gonna scramble that I didn't really want. So to avoid that, it's really which direction am I going? So when I cut my legs, I'm taking him straight path back. I'm not pulling him on top of me. And then I'm finishing in good position, control my hips there. Go a couple a little faster.
Guys, again, like I said, watch that arm action. It's very different. Like, he's not twisting me across, he's extending that arm through and it's literally throwing my body weight back. Go ahead.
Here.
That's strong.
It works especially good when I'm like driving forward, push back a little bit. Here. Cover.
Beautiful. One more this way. Beautiful. All right, guys. I mean, that detail alone should help you level up. Reverse Tai Otoshi, you call it?
We can give it that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard this technique be referenced as. So that's what we're gonna call it, reverse Tai Otoshi. Again, awesome detail by Coach Stephen here, where he doesn't focus on twisting his body. He extends his arm through, creates a very strong tricep. Guys, it literally feels like I'm getting completely sucked back into the position. Anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, that's the main thing. You know, knee position's important, and him pressuring back. If he's walking forward, if your opponent's walking forward and you're trying to hit this, it's difficult because it's hard to pull his weight back in.
Yep.
So I'm trying to take him forward. He starts to pressure back. Cut. And he'll be there.
Stephen, what's your Instagram?
It's Jarrell_Stephen.
Okay. And then you guys can also follow Iron Faith Wrestling on Instagram. On YouTube, they have an awesome YouTube channel as well. I'll put all the links below in description. Coach, thanks so much. Appreciate it.